What's up, y'all? So, the Savage tier in Final Fantasy XIV dropped months ago. I made a video to prepare for it and hype myself up to participate months ago. And I made it to fight 2, like halfway through the fight, surely. I want to eventually go back and finish. I'm sure I can get a group together or find a party to clear and continue soon. It's on the backlog. There are just so many other games I'd rather be playing right now. Anywho, I cleared the first fight, Vamp Fatale. Thank you so much, Sona and Kumo. They got me over the finish line when I was struggling. Appreciate y'all. Overall, here's how it went. I started off progging with 2 other people. We'd meet on the weekend for 2 to 3 hours and throw up a party finder at whatever prog point we were at. During this time, we were all in Famfrit for our homeworld, and transferring to Aether was just near impossible unless you were up at like the crack of dawn. We were just 3 humble casuals. It was not that serious for us to be on Aether. At least it wasn't in our heads. We were just so prideful about being from Primal. We were like, we're just gonna raid on Primal with Primal Raiders. It's gonna be fine. And it was not fine. It was not fine. Like, tell me why it took us like an hour to fill a party. And like as the week went on, as like more and more people were clearing and moving on to other fights, this first fight, it just became more and more difficult to just fill later in the week. And we raided on the weekends. So that's the end of the week. Everybody else is raiding on Tuesday at reset. We're like, nah, we're just gonna raid on the weekend. So people are already cleared and not even worried about the fight anymore. And it was just a hot mess. And eventually we had enough. We're like, let's just let's just go to Aether. Let's just go to Aether. So we packed up, somehow, some way got our character data over there, and that's where we stayed for the foreseeable future. This part of the video, you're only really going to care about if you know the fight, are familiar with the fight, care about the fight. I'm going to talk about my personal walls with certain mechanics and how I overcame them, if at all. The first one was the coffin maker. I hated it, yeah. I would actually sweat during this part because the patterns to dodge, just like for whatever reason, it just was not clicking for me. I did normal mode like one time. I didn't know any of the mechanics. I was just going straight off of the Hector guide. Whatever he was saying, I was doing, So, and I couldn't even do that. I'd be in calls with people. They'd just be calling it out where you're supposed to go so quickly, like it was nothing. Granted, some of these people patient enough, that were fortunate. I was fortunate to be in their presence, right? They are light years ahead of me in terms of experience. It was, for lack of a better word, inspiring. It motivated me, to study harder about the mechanic, ask questions. I have these people right here, ask questions. These are people that raid all the time. Ask them questions, get pointers from them, and eventually over time, I was able to see and understand what was happening. It's like I had a light bulb moment for the patterns one day, and I was able to see them and dodge them, and the rest was history. The second mechanic was the second ad phase. This was on me. This was a mechanical issue on my end. I struggled with 2 things primarily. It was dodging the wheels. So there's these wheels. I guess that's what I don't know what they're called. But they're going across this little sliver of the arena horizontally and vertically, and you just can't get hit by them or you're gonna bleed and you're gonna die eventually. You're just gonna die quicker. So that's one. But the reason I kept getting hit by them was because I was facing another issue, and that was mechanical on my end. I was trying to click off of Vamp Fatale and onto the tower that I'm responsible as a Fizz range player for getting the damage down on. So imagine I'm over here, all these sounds are going off for the fight and the wheels and those balls dropping. It's just audibly very stimulating. Visually, I'm very stimulated because of all the animations going off from like the fights, from like mechanics of the fight going off, from other players. And then I'm over here trying to find my cursor amongst all of that to click on this tower that I'm supposed to be hitting. And it was just too much. Obviously, I wasn't able to do it. And so as I was trying to find my cursor, I was getting hit by all kinds of things. I was bleeding everywhere. It was just a hot mess. And honestly, I think I was talking to a friend about it because they just like couldn't for the life of me. I was always complaining about it. I was like, oh my God, I hate the second half phase. This is the worst. This is the worst part of the fight. I'm never going to overcome this. And they were just like, and I was like, oh, blah, blah, you know, I hate it. I hate it. I'm trying to click on this thing. And they're like, wait, you're clicking? They're like, what are you clicking for? Use your keybinds. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. And so, yeah, that's how I overcame it. I just used my keybinds. Thanks. Yep, thanks, Hikari. Snake Pryo was difficult. Not because I didn't not know where to go and when for the chained cell thingy. It was after that, making sure I stacked opposite the healer. I guess I'm just so used to like stacking with healers. It was hard to not do that. It's like a muscle memory, like always stack with healer. Always, as a Fizz range player, I'm always stacking with the healer for everything, but not during this part. So what I would do to like overcome this, like whenever I get into a party, know who the healers are, know their names. When that part comes, watch them, watch where they go, make sure you're not there. Do not follow them there. And yeah, that's how I overcame that part. Oh, so my 2 minutes for my rotations are always kind of off. They're always a little bit off. It's partially my fault. I do need to practice more. I need to go to a training dummy and just practice. It needs to become second nature, right? I shouldn't even really have to think about it too much. But also, my keyboard is a little funky. It changes some of my keybinds around. Specifically, I have an issue with like my Alt key and my Windows key. I have those binded to like combine with the 1 through 5 keys, but they keep switching like at random. And I started noticing it happening during Savage because, at this level of a fight, like I'm starting to pay attention to making sure that like, I'm trying to, get my rotation down, so people aren't looking at me like, so people don't like kick me from parties and blacklist me. Right. So I'm trying to, really focus on my rotation, but my key switched. So I'm used to clicking. Imagine if you're used to clicking like Alt key 1 through 5 for, these specific skills. And then it switches to Windows 1 through 5. It just switched on me. And if I click the wrong, initial key, I'll tab out of the game. It starts opening like applications and like my sipping tool and stuff. So that was happening like later in my prog. I was trying to clear this fight and also build up the muscle memory of this new like key combination for my skills, and it just was not working out. Like I did not overcome this, and this is like one of the biggest excuses I use to why I didn't finish Savage is because my keys changed. I didn't have the muscle memory to do it. I didn't feel confident as a player to like jump in these fights and pressed the wrong key and tab out of the fight. Like I was just not gonna do it. Maybe I was lazy. You know, I could have just went to a training dummy and like just learned it, but I guess, I don't know, I just quit. Yeah, I just quit. Like after M9S, I got through M10S a little bit, but yeah, that switch in my keyboard, like it really discouraged me. And it took me out the game. It took me out, yeah. That's probably why like nowadays, after, you know, I stopped progging Savage, I was just doing like normal content again, doing my roulettes, working on, you know, both keys, because it's always switching. Like every like couple weeks, like the keys will switch. So I had to like practice with both, like just doing casual, no-brainer content. And then eventually, you know, over time with that practice, now I'm able to flex between the keys. It doesn't matter if it's an Alt key or my Windows key. I'm able to like, oh, it's Alt key now? Okay, Alt key 1 through 5. Oh, it's Windows now? Okay, Windows key 1 through 5. I'm able to like flex between the two more comfortably. So now I feel, I guess, emboldened again to pick up where I left off with Savage. Finally, the last mechanic, Sanguine Screech. When you're chained to those bats and you have to dodge these pizza slices, then you have to dodge an AoE. Hated it. I hate it to this day, still, actually. This one just got a little better with reps. It's still not 100%. I can probably, if I go in there right now, I'll probably die at least once, maybe. But when I was in the thick of it, towards the end of my prog a couple months ago, it did get better over time. It used to be really bad where like I could barely click my buttons, right? I'm so focused on just trying to stay alive that I'm not really even pressing my buttons anymore. And then over time, it's like, okay, I can survive a couple rounds of the pizza slices now. Okay, now I can survive the pizza slices and the AoE. Okay, now I can survive the pizza slices and the AoE and click my buttons. And so, I don't know, I guess that's what makes, I guess, raiding fun. You completely suck, and then you suck less and less and less, and then you're okay. But, you know, eventually we made it, ladies and gentlemen. I got my clear. Hooray. I was so gassed. But guess what? You won't believe this. Just guess. Just guess. Bro, my inventory was full. Oh my God. If you don't know what that means, like if you're from like another game, like a more generous game, where if this happens, they'll send you items that you lost. Not on Final Fantasy. Not on Final Fantasy, bro. My inventory was full. I lost my book from my first clear, bro. And you know the crazy part? I didn't even notice. Like I was so gassed. Like I am easily excited. And when I get excited, like I just tune everything out. I don't care about nothing else. I was so gassed from just clearing this fight that I took my little picture. I logged off for like a couple days. I probably bought myself a cake to celebrate. I'm very extra. Yeah, so eventually I came back and I was like, okay, I got to celebrate. I got to like soak in this moment, right? It's my first Savage clear ever. It was great. Let me come back. I'm calm, I'm rejuvenated. Let me check out this book that I'm supposed to get. I know I can't exchange it for anything yet, but you know, I still got it. I want to see it. You know, I want to read the description for it, whatever. So I'm like, no, I'm just scrolling through my inventory, looking for it. Can't find it. I'm asking my friends, what's this book called again? What's it called? What's it look like? I'm looking up pictures. It's like visually it'll like stand out in my inventory. Not seeing it. And I'm just like, so it's not here. Where is it? And then someone, I don't know, I guess someone asked me like, oh, was your inventory full? And I'm like, yeah. So? So what? My inventory is always full. And then luckily, I recorded it because I don't know. I guess when I got in the group with Sona and Kumo, I was like, they were like, "Oh, get ready to clear," and I was like, "Oh, bet. Okay, we're gonna clear. Let me hit record." So I recorded it and I watched the playback. And at the end of the fight, it was like, "Oh, your inventory's full." I didn't get my book. I was devastated. I was distraught. I don't know. I can't find the words to like properly describe how I was feeling in that moment. It was like disappointment, outrage, at myself and the game. Yeah, that sucked, bro. That sucked. Bro, I was so hot, but it's all good. I got clears after that. Eventually got for this book, you can exchange it for jewelry. Accessories. So I got all my accessories that I needed eventually. And yeah, we were good. Which is a really funny moment. In fact, like this was a very fun memory to recollect. Will I continue? Probably. Until then.